Functions of a retailer to the consumer.
Since retailers are in direct contact with consumers, I bet that the functions of retailers to consumers are much more than the two cases we have discussed earlier.
You bet. I like the way you have been such a good listener and a bright student.
Is this goodbye?
We shall see. For now, I want us to look at these functions to consumers.
Okay.
Now, primarily, it is the retailers who make goods available to consumers.
I have already learned that this is the meaning of retail trade.
That's right. They purchase goods from wholesalers and sometimes directly from producers and bring them close to the consumer.
I've noticed that you can find almost any kind of good at a retail price.
That is correct again. Retailers stock variety of goods from different producers and wholesalers.
And all the consumer needs to do is to choose what they feel will best satisfy their need.
Correct. If it were not for retailers, consumers would have a hard time finding a variety of goods. Oh, and they can offer goods to consumers on credit.
Really? That's awesome.
You know, retailers are a bit closer to consumers than the wholesalers and producers are. This means that they know each other better at a personal level.
And it is easier to give goods on credit to someone you know well and therefore can trust. Makes a lot of sense.
In the end, more sales are realized, which translates to more profit for the retailer.
It is a win-win situation. Everyone becomes happy.
And that is good for business. Consumers can also get valuable information about the product from the retailer.
Such as?
Instructions of use, what to avoid, how to care for the product, as well as intended results. Retailers understand their products best, and so the best place to share the nitty-gritties of the product with the consumers.
That's great.
Not to mention after-sales services.
After-sales services?
Yes, a retailer can offer to transport goods for a consumer from the point of buying to their home or wherever the goods are required. Usually, this is free of charge or at a subsidized price.
I like that.
Retailers can also offer training on how to use technical goods such as machines.
That is very helpful. I think it is equally helpful if the consumer gets an assurance that they will get a regular supply of goods.
You are right. Retailers ensure that there is regular supply of goods all year round. This is done through buying of goods in large quantities and stocking them so that any time consumer wants them, they are available.
And saves the consumer time that would have been used going around to look for these goods.
Yes. Lastly, retailers help break bulky goods. Imagine if you were to buy bread directly from the bakery.
I would probably have to buy a whole crate of bread, which I won't be able to consume. Anyway.
My point exactly. On the other hand, a retailer somewhere has gone to the bakery, has purchased a crate of bread, and now you can buy just one loaf of bread from him.
He has saved me the expense of buying a whole crate of bread, and the bread will not become stale because many other consumers will buy from the retailer.
Good girl. You have made my work quite easy. Now you know everything that there is to know about retail trade.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bet. Are we moving on to wholesale trade?
No, I'm afraid not.
So this is indeed goodbye.
I guess it is.
Why don't you want to teach me about wholesale trade?
Because I'm a retailer, Velma, and I don't want to give you half-baked information.
I understand. I'll miss you.
The good news, however, is that I have talked with the man from whom I purchased my clothes in bulk, and he has agreed to see you.
Really? That is so nice of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Here, this is his address. I am sure he's going to enjoy hosting you as much as I have enjoyed myself.
I hope he does. Goodbye, Mr. Bet.
Goodbye, Velma, and success with your classwork. See you around.